Shalom. First off, we give our praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakodash.
We want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, the rule well, teach well, with salutations, and hopeful ladies out there business truth. In all honesty and sincerity, must flow from the earth. All right, go with this be an edifying camp. So man, it's a lot going on, man. Israel back in with the Palestinian. People about to start lamenting, man. Mainly eating, man. All right, let's get it was Micah 7 and 10. Let's get won't you to go down to Egypt for help, Isaiah. All right, because they, man, our women rely on Egypt, man. They got SNAP benefits, all right, WIC, and all these different things. So these women didn't think having all these babies, they can't blame nobody but themselves. All right, they're relying on the benefits of the government. All right, where it was something that said that they didn't really cut off all the benefits for the whole country. So to say, still people still receiving it, but it's like a cleaning house thing, like say like somebody that's why they crack down on people and all these different things, man. They're gonna start cracking down and get more serious about it. Man. You got a lot of heat, they'll sell their food stamps. All right, so this devil, they trying, this devil. He the ultimate cheapskate, man. So ultimately, they trying to allocate while these funds going and how much they need to send out. All right, that's what that Doge thing was for, man. All right, so this country is on a budget because real soon they're about to use all this money to go in for their military, man. All right, so soon that's why it ain't gonna be shit out here, man. Ain't gonna be unemployment, none of that shit. Everything that the government uses to spend on you gonna go strictly to their military. They know this a war that's already here and brewing even more. All right, it's like a brush called a flame. All right, and also, hey man, they know they're gonna have to fight against the Lord. Yahweh by Yahweh shot. All right, that's why they seen these chariots. What they said it's around what I forgot what area they said it was at, but they said that they look invisible and things like that. All right, so more than likely those are chariots. That's Yahweh Shai making his way to earth. All right, got it, bro.
You want Micah 7 first?
Yeah.
This is Micah chapter 7 and verse 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me.
Yeah, so we're going to bear the indignation of the Lord, the righteous anger. All right, because we sinned against the Heavenly Father, man. It's like our women sin against us, committing adultery and all these different things. They're going to have to pay for that shit, man. All right, you women, y'all going to have to pay for your actions. Your actions have repercussions, man. Just like we understand that our actions have repercussions, man. That's why we know to bear the indignation of the Lord. All right, till we fight and plead our cause, man. All right, get ready back, bro.
Yep. Verse 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me.
Yeah, so he's going to plead our cause and execute judgment for us, man. But for you women and you people that come against us, it ain't no cause to be pleaded on, man. Because y'all sinning willing food. Y'all going all willing food. Because the men been out here prophesying on the byways and the highways, starting with the 30 countries. Y'all still ain't repenting to heed. But it's not meant for everybody, all our people to come into this thing. All right, so that's man. We already know what's coming for y'all, man. Y'all the ones gonna be allotted for that destruction. All right.
Yep. He will bring me forth to the light, and I will behold. And I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Yes, the Lord gonna glorify his men, man. All right? The Lord gonna glorify us, man. And the Lord gonna show it. All right? He already doing it through the spiritual, but he gonna manifest it in the physical. How we not relying on the government's benefits, and we have faith in the Lord that he gonna make sure, we get our daily bread. All right? The Lord Lord said his servant's gonna eat, and they're gonna eat and drink. All right, and it might not be, and it might not only be water, man. We might have they get yarn, man. You know, because they get yarn. You know, it's only for the age. You don't spoil it. We don't go back. All right. So yeah, so you women, all right, our enemy, you know, shall see it. All right, the one that said, oh, you know, like, oh, where's your Lord, where's your power? Like what Job's wife said, you know. All right, they're gonna be trodden down like the mire in the streets. All our people, man, but mainly, Eve is like our secondary enemy, second to Esau, man. Eve is like the minion of Esau. All right, going all the way back to the garden, man. All right, Eve do Esau's bidding, man, and turn down the Israelite man. But hey, we going through a transitional phase. All right, just like Jeremiah said, no, shall come a day that a woman shall compass a man. But hey, with good old dude Trump in there, he about to switch shit around, man. Because Eve can't stand Trump. All right, Eve, man, you bring up Trump, Eve look at you with so much disgust, or look so disgusting. But that's rightfully so, man. All right, because hey, man, even though we know Trump is a devil, he's going down too. All right, he ain't gonna be unscathed, but we know he got to bring back that Edomite pride back on the earth. Man. All right, by the way of so-called restructuring and building up the military. All right, putting Esau as the top spearhead of masculinity. All right, that's why when he first came in, he said, man, we about to turn this shit all around. We done with DEI, done with all this shit. Because right now, what he's doing is he want to put Edomite men back in good life, like back then when it was all in the action movies. And, you know, it was more of a manly spirit back then. They're going to try to bring it back, but it's too late, man. All right? Esau, you allowed this shit to happen, man. All right? You know, this country, that's why, you know, I saw the video you said, you know, head's still bugging out. Because you know, man, this shit over with, man. They know it's over, man. You know?
They friend. Here it is, they supposed to be trying to make us fear. You know, they're supposed to be trying to intimidate us, you know, talking about the prophets of doom, you know, talking about hate speech, coming after their enemies, squashing their enemies and all that. But hey, once again, you're being exposed by your own staffers that you're not ruling your spirit right now, man. You know, you don't look like the leader that you think you look like. All right, you got all your military, you got personal guards, you got all type of militants that are surrounding your houses and whatnot for your protection. We don't have none of that. We trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. My faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is what's going to protect you from you fucking devils when you try to put your hands on me. But heck, if you got all this armed security and your ass is losing sleep at night, nigga. You losing sleep. What shows you what? Esau is losing his power, man. The Lord is making Esau ass bare, man.
Hey, it was crazy because he was talking big shit in that in that thing. He like, yeah, man, we back, baby. That's how he was. You know, he was raising the morale and shit,
My
man.
man Randy Savage out there.
He said, what? Yeah, man. You know, he thought, man, yo, we back. You know, they went from the department. On that video? No, it was something going on behind the scenes. Somebody is exposed like a whistleblower.
Damn, I left my.
And he basically pacing like his nerves bad. Cause man, you know these devils stressed out behind the scenes, man. They're about to fight a losing battle. They also hold wisdom solid fifth chapter.
Yeah.
So they fighting a losing battle, man. The hell already, you know, been set up through the spirit. All right, that's why that video, that lady talking about their main problem is the black youth. All right, why they worried about the black youth? That lady, she way in Israel. What she worried about the black youth for? Well, you know why? Because they know, man. Hey, the scriptures say that Judah gonna be a terror to Egypt, man. All right, so they understand, man. Hey, once shit go down, it ain't no controlling Jake. Yeah, they gonna, you know, do damage to Jake. But for the most part, once they do that, man, the Lord got to go ahead to come down here and to save the remnant, man. All right? So they know, you know, they said our people, majority of them be 2/3. They use that as an attack point to be like, oh, you know, feel like they justified to take us out. It's like that damn devil. The devil said, talking about some, oh, we should be glad that we went into slavery because he said we'd be in a grass hut. Man, a lot of us was civilized. Look what we did to Italy, man. All right, you know, yes, there was some places that wasn't civilized yet, but it don't mean that you're uncivilized. These dumb people, they got languages and all kind of stuff, man. All right, them people are way more smarter than you give them credit. Just because they live in the freaking hut don't mean they slow. All right, but this devil, you know, had like, you know, he had it good, or that, you know, they was always on the level, man. We had, our people had to bathe you and tidy you and clean you up, teach you how to wash your ass and all kind of shit. That's a historical fact, man. All right. But yeah, man, it's over for this place, man. So it always be a government shutdown every so often. I remember the other one we had some years back. I think Trump was in office then. They always going to the courthouse over there every little minute, man. All right, crying, man. Please, please, Daddy. You know they say to Esau, please don't cut off my benefits. Please.
Because you done fucked up because you turned your back. Esau got you to turn your back on your hedge of protection, yep, man. Yep. You turned your back on your man, and now your man don't even want you. Ooh. But Esau done with your ass too.
Yeah. They just gonna take that incision.
See, these other races of women, yeah, you know, they might have been rebellious, but they ain't never say fuck the men of their nation.
Yeah.
So they can still go back. But Eve, she a sheep without a shepherd right now, man.
She did it publicly.
Yeah.
Said in the songs.
Yeah.
That's all they say on the internet. Yeah. These niggas ain't shit. I'm tired of these niggas. Use these niggas. Finesse these niggas. Broke niggas. If he ain't giving you money. Like I sent this video in the chat this morning where you had a lot of women crying because they snaps getting cut. And you had some bitches on there. You got some women getting on these women. They expect you on the first date to take them on a shopping street, take them to a 5-star Michelin restaurant, do all this for the bitch, and you might get a hug. That's it. You know.
Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. And gold is at an all-time high, paying to the dollar right now. You know? And it keeps going up because of what? It's a stable currency. It's a stable commodity against an unstable fiat currency. You know? So with all the world, you know, instability that's in the world right now, you know, the Lord saying what? If gold is this expensive right now, the Lord said he's going to make a man more precious than this. Which means what? Our stock is going up. As we already knew. When the instability comes, when everybody else was winning, you know, years back, you know, they weren't worried about the economy. They were just living, partying and bullshit. Now the economy is starting to shake people's spirits, and they don't have anything to lean on. But guess what? We've already been looking past this place, man. So hey, what does it say in Isaiah 33 and 6? Wisdom and knowledge have been the stability of thy time and strength of salvation. Hey, the men of the Lord are going to be ever so stable because this fire that we're being put through, that the world is about to feel, you know, they built their foundation on wood, hay, stubble, you know, but we build our salvation upon precious stones. You know, the Lord is refining us in the gold and silver. Metals that do not, they don't crumble, they don't disintegrate. They only refine under that fire, man. See, Jacob's trouble and everything going on right now with the economy, that's that spiritual fire that's being put on everybody to measure their works. And the men of the Lord, they're gonna come out of that fire. But everybody else, they about to be burned up, both figuratively, metaphorically, and literally burned up in the missiles if they don't make it. You know? Just want to bring that out.
Oh yeah, kind, yeah.
Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are meek, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither to the Lord.
So yeah, so our people go down to Egypt for help because, you know, they feel like, you know, like, oh, America, oh, it's strong, it's able to support. All right, but the scripture say, woe unto you that go down to Egypt for help. Yeah, they have all these things that will benefit you. What's going to happen when they bring that Quran, man? You'll be more incentivized or lean more on the aspect of, oh, I need to get this thing. The government telling me to do this. I got to listen to what they say. All right, that's why y'all got here with the okie doke. When the Jabberwocky was out here, man. All right, you know, so we got to speak the code about that, man. But hey, man, that thing, and it's still out here. People still catching the COV, man. All right, people still catch like a normal thing, like flu season, man. All right, this guy at work, he was telling me about how he had, you know, the thing. All right, he talking about he had had an aneurysm, man. All right, straight through, man. All right, he almost could have got up out of here, man. All right, he had a blood clot in his freaking brain. All right, and that was, well, I perceived him to be, but he's like, all right, yeah, man, y'all people got finesse, man. So woe to y'all to go to Egypt, help Egypt. It's not here to help you, man. They're here to keep you entrapped and enslaved into the system, man. The act of, you know, hey, man, you know, you trying to leech on to something that's dying out, man. Or even when that corrupt will come, man, it's not gonna be able. It's something that won't even sustain itself. It'll sustain for a brief moment, all right. But after a while, man, you know, hey, y'all gonna still see that, you know, it is due to no avail. It ain't gonna do no good. All right, y'all still possibly starve, still get put down. All right, you ain't really escaping nothing, man. You just inching your way further to it. Our way further to destruction. All right. You know, and I hope, man, we don't got much longer here, man. Because, you know, I don't know if y'all heard the brothers or that young man Dream. Well, he said, you know, it was on some Cyberpunk 2077, like people was living in big ass towers and shit. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know, Lord willing, man, we're not here long enough for them to build that shit. You know, but that's very possible. You know, that they can have places like they know. Maybe it made me think of like in these cities, put your ass in a big ass skyscraper. They already got skyscrapers, so they don't need to build no. Yeah, just turn the skyscraper to you. But basically, you know, that's the way I see it, you know, playing out. But Lord willing, we ain't, you know, you hearing that, oh, everybody in a building and all this, you think that they gonna have time to actually restructure, like terraform the cities and shit, man, like these putting up these 15-minute cities and all that. Like, man, I ain't trying to think about it, that's on some, you still think we gonna be here for some time for the future, futuristic mindset. Yeah, and I ain't trying to be here for that shit, man.
Yeah, they just gonna turn a lot of this stuff, like this could be a 15-minute city.
Yeah.
You know, everything's down here, they already got apartments and stuff. Like, you know, they could just, you know, convert. Because, hey, when violence happens in the streets, you know, people gonna be busting glass, busting niggas in buildings, and it ain't gonna be nothing for them to just, you know, send the military, you know, set up barbed wire fence, you know, how the helicopters, how the drones, he's talking how these robots, and just, you know, turn it to a 15-minute city.
I can see just you know, hypothetically, you know, speaking, because there's been like a big retail apartment and then like an office, because you know the Crown Royal, you know, a lot of people were working from home and a lot of people didn't return to work, and the cost of office space and shit skyrocketed. And then you got jobs that are moving more toward the home-based work and shit like that. So a lot of these buildings, these office buildings are vacant. I can see them turning them, just how they turn like the old mills and shit into apartments. I can see them turning these skyscrapers into like living facilities. I don't know how they would do it and shit, but that would preserve the infrastructure. But not to get too much into it, but either way, they're still trying to force people into the metaverse and shit like that, you know. So
I even seen something about like somebody was gonna turn a school into a place where people can live there and shit. And a couple years ago or last year I heard that a lot of these schools are shutting down, man. So they show you, man, they gonna turn all these things into living quarters. So and you don't gotta wait till FEMA come through with big ass trailers and shit. They already got these buildings set up. Like they had closed down these Home Depots, these Valos, grocery stores. They gonna turn them into detention centers, whatever the hell, re-education camps. Alright, so so yeah, man. So hey, we already coming in, we already in Jacob's trouble, man. Everything is being laid out, man. They just, seeing pussy foot to just come on with it. Trump talking about some, we need to use, him sending ICE in these different cities, talking about use it as testing grounds. Testing for what? Testing to fight against the citizens, all right, the people, all right? Why else would they do that? It's just open testing. It's like, just like some years back, they had Jay Helm and all this shit. They tested to combat against people that don't get in line, all right, and don't just accept the program, all right?
Trump is pretty much openly declared war on U.S. citizens.
Yeah.
And you had Jeffrey Sachs. He was like, I can't believe he said that. I can't believe a sitting president said that. Using these dangerous cities as testing grounds. Which we know they're gonna start with Jake, but they're gonna get you other nations as well, man. You Edomites too, they don't give a fuck about y'all.
They got that insurrection act, and Tom Clancy tried to warn. I think he did now, but Tom Clancy, he had a game coming out. They were trying to warn you that they can turn citizens into make them as if they're T's. All right, you just say you a T, so they can just have they wait with you, or lock you up, or take you out. All right, and that's the insurrection act all day. And also in his books, it was one book I heard about. He was basically describing what would it be like if Russia was to invade America, man. So he basically was an insider, man. All right, so he telling you what's gonna happen in the very near future. All right, because it's like script say this is an unwalled village, an unwalled city. You see walls, so anybody can come here, man. Wherever you think, all kinds of agents, all kinds of people is already here. Your sleeper cells, they already here, man. All right, hey, all these Russians, hey, Ukrainians, all these people, man. Hey, so when things go down, oh yeah.
If I may add real quick, because China owns all this fucking farmland right next to military bases. What's that all about?
Yeah.
What they gonna do with that? Then they brought in Chinese nationalists and haven't deported them all because they haven't been targeting the Chinese nationalists. But they came in through the border like everybody else is coming through. Iranian nationalists, Russian, you got Russian sleeping. You might have Russian sleeping cells that have been here for years. Could have came here as orphans or some shit, and have grown up and beat to their whole life, and they don't know. And then when they get activated, they are sad. They all turn into Agent 47.
Yeah.
But another thing too, going into Trump said what? He came out because he be dabbling. People be like, he just, his words put together. But that nigga came out and clearly said there is no more free speech, man. There is no more free speech. And once again, like I was speaking about the Insurrection Act and stuff like that, they're going to be able to label anybody that is not going along with what they have, what they got going on.
Yeah.
You're a terrorist. You're a domestic terrorist.
It's like Antifa. I was listening to Elder Yashawampa video this morning, and he was going into how that's an ideology, and they labeled that as domestic tea. So they're already laying the groundwork to label every U.S. citizen that's against, like what the brother said, against what they, against the image of the beast.
Yeah.
If you speaking against the image of the beast, then you a domestic tea. They gonna lump us all in that category, man, because Esau, he really wants to get the profits, but he can't just come down on us because we ain't doing nothing violent. We just reading the scriptures, and we have the First Amendment, freedom of speech, but Amendment, and ultimately, when the insurrection act, because most likely Trump is going to enact it, when martial law is declared, there's a suspension of the Constitution anyway. You no longer have rights, and that's what they want, man.
Yeah, it's about, you can clearly see that this shit is staged and set up, man. Because really, the average Babylonian is not going out there protesting and starting an uprising. Them people are clearly hired to do that shit, man. Like the brother said, Antifa, they clearly hired. They said we're hired by George Soros. They're clearly hired, man. All right, so when they bring the smackdown, it's too late, man. They using that sorcery. All right, it seem like, oh yeah, you know, people rising up, man. All them is young Edomites that's hired to do a job. I already knew it was something when you had them troops. They didn't even have real guns. They had paintball guns, all this shit. They go to certain areas where it was like in Minnesota or somewhere out there by Washington or whatever that Minnesota, the Portland, Oregon. So you know, it was some years back. They had some things going on up there. They go to the same area. That shit just a big ass stage. All right, they using this shit to play on the minds of the people. Alright? You know? So they just playing with y'all, man. So when they just come down with it, alright, hey, you know, you can't come against it because they already showed you, you know, that's why it's no need to even watch the news, man. Because they tell you right in front of your face what they want to do. And you know, but they make it seem like you don't have no power, which you don't have no power to fight against it. But they gotta set it up and make it look like, oh, this is what's going on. So they go, this is why we doing it. They're trying to give themselves a reason, try to justify why they're coming down with these draconian measures. But really it was all set up from the get-go. Even when the Ragamuffin came on the scene, you know, they disposed, you know, having a hospital set, you know, wheeling in people. It was a fucking set, man. Like a fucking movie. Alright? But go ahead and come with it, man. You already know this devil gotta play games and stuff instead of just coming out how he really feels. Alright, but that's why Revelation 12 will come into effect, because soon he's gonna be impatient. So, oh man, fuck it, man. You just gotta come down with great wrath. Yeah, just start snatching people up. Like I said, man, the average citizen, for one, they don't have no clue what the hell's going on. Alright? You know, they're just gonna be caught up in the mess. But you do got certain groups out there that they understand that this country is playing tricks. And they mind is they gonna take their country back, so called. Alright, because you got these devils, especially down here down south, they want to fly, alright, the rebel flag, which, you know, for me doing research, that rebel flag is basically, it's a war flag that the Confederates use. Alright? You know, so basically these devils are really in the spirit of, you know, that, you know, they don't want to get conquered by America. Alright, so that's how we can see they can set up a so-called civil war or civil unrest where you have people in the spirit of fighting for freedom, so-called. Alright? Yeah, let's go. You got something?
I got a quick one real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 55 in verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
I mean, Psalms.
Psalms, what did I say?
Said Isaiah.
Psalms, my bad. Psalms chapter 55 and verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet with they drawn swords.
Absolutely. You know, his words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Alright, so this devil, alright, he'll talk a good game. Alright, the spirit the Lord ain't dealing with your ears, open your ears to hear, man. They'll talk over your head, man. Like brother said, man, you know, they put their foot in their mouth so much that if you really listen and paying attention, they telling themselves all the fucking time. Alright? So war is in their heart. Like the CK dude, he clearly getting like Jake and these what they do in the media, they trying like with the other articles of the pastors and these different Edomites going on podcasts and shit. Basically what they saying, we tired of you niggas, we tired of you cakes, and we need to get y'all off the scene. They saying how they do wars in their heart, man. They want to commence war on you 2/3, man. Basically all of us really, because they want to lump us in with the 2/3. Edomite think of Jake, all right? You know, they think of all of us, all right? When he think of a degenerate 2/3 with dreads, hands hanging off his ass, they incorporate all of us together, man. All right? Because best believe the Mormons, and there's other groups like KKK and other groups, they believe that they go back to the line of Jacob. All right, so the Lord sent the line spirit. Now they really believe that they go back to the line, man, and they feel like, you know, that they can be justified to take us out. All right, but that's just the illusion that they have, but they don't understand, man. You know, whether they don't die by famine or by the sword or die by pestilence on this side, they guaranteed to get hit by them missiles, man. That's what I like about that last purge movie. All right, they had America was on fire pretty much. All right, completely collapsed. And you had a lot of racist groups that was left here. They won't even let Jake leave into Mexico. All right, like what we said, you know, with these border restrictions, all these different things, and how Trump wanted to build that wall. And you know, brother right here bring it out a lot, man, or say it often, that, you know, that wall is not for, you know, to keep people from coming in, it's to keep people from leaving, man. Because really what this devil want to do, he's like, oh, if I'm going down, y'all going down with me. The ultimate bitch made move. All right, he a sore loser. Since he taking the L, he want everybody to take the L with him. All right, we'll get Isaiah 30.
Yeah, he don't want life to go on without him.
Yeah.
He want to be the center. You know, he been on the throne, and he been a long time in the heavens, but, you know, in the earthly time, you know, it's been a little minute. And, you know, he feel like he got to stay the center of attention. You know, if I can't rule, nobody will. You know, can't nobody rule better than me. You know, like you said, a sore loser. But yeah, this is Isaiah. It's Isaiah chapter 32, verse 2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
Yeah, not just a regular man, a man of the Lord, you know. All right, because in this whole chapter, man, speaking about, you know, many, you know, which we be going through the woman, really, it's all of Israel, but the woman, Esau's made Eve the face of Jacob. All right, he the one that put the woman over the man, the Israelite man. All right, the man of the Lord gonna be a hiding place from the wind and a covering from the tempest. All right, you know, especially it rain a lot down here, man. So a man gonna be a woman, everything, your shelter gonna be everything, man. All right, provide everything for you. You gonna be a righteous woman. All right, but a lot of you women ain't gonna be selected. It's really gonna be up to Heavenly Father and up to Yahweh Shai, man. It's not gonna be up to us. All right, but yeah, we see a woman, and yes, we gonna be prejudiced against you women, man. All right, we're gonna judge you according to your countenance, man. We're gonna read your spirit, man. All right, you know, so a lot of you women ain't gonna be taken in.
Verse 3. And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken.
Yeah, so we come to time that, you know, that people, they gonna see and hear. All right, you know, y'all, it's been revealed not only who the true men are, but what we've been saying. You know, y'all gonna, whoever the Lord put the Spirit on, y'all gonna be able to see it. You even gonna have some heathens even seeing it. You gonna have Esau seeing it. You know? It's like in the video of like, you know, he was saying that what looks to me, Edomite was saying that we are the chosen people. He said the Lord revealed it unto you. Alright? flesh. So even the heathens can receive visions, or the spirit can hit them of understanding for a brief moment. The Lord can give anybody a little understanding. Or you can be talking to a drunkard, having a conversation with a drunkard, and he'll say something spiritual. All right, a broke clock is right twice a day.
I was about to say that, yeah.
So hey, anybody, that's why we stay home, man. You can get edification from anything. All right, we're gonna go straight to
Verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech.
Just rise up, you women that are at ease. Are you careless daughters? Give ear to the Lord's speech. Mainly, they're talking to all of Israel, but we mainly use that to get at you women, because it's more women. What you perceive if it is true by so-called statistics, it's more women than men. So that means it only makes sense, man. So it's more women than men. So that means it's more Israelite women than there are Israelite men. There's more Israelite women than there's Israelite men. All right, so you already know by that statistic. All right, if it's to be served correct, that means it's a lot of women are judged. All right, you really think about it, more women gonna get judged than men in the aspect y'all got more to worry about. Or y'all gotta worry about trying not to get raped, broke. Alright, y'all got all these damn kids, or y'all got more mouths to feed than a man. A lot of us men, a lot of men out here don't have children. Alright? Alright, but a lot of women don't have children as well, but you do have some women, they got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright? And they ain't gonna be able to fend for all them, especially if they don't have a man. He can come out here and snatch up kids, because that's believe they do that, man. When you walking with your kids out and about, man, you got some weirdos looking at your kids, thinking about snatching them up. Alright, best believe, man. So in that day, man, hey, they power gonna be in their hands, man. They gonna be able to ransack and break into your house. Alright? Right? Women don't have it against your protection, man. You got it, bro.
This is verse 10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come.
It's failing. Alright? This place is losing its way, man. We already studied showed that this younger generation, they don't want to work 9 to 5. A lot of them mentally unstable. Alright, they parasocial and all these different things. Alright, so that's why they're gonna bring in the AI to make your Mac go and all these different things, man. Y'all people gonna be with it. Alright, hey, best believe this generation, this new generation that's coming up, best believe, man, they don't want to go out and pick their food up. They get DoorDash and delivered. Alright? So hey, man, they already completely grafted into this new way of doing things. They don't carry no cash on them. Alright, they already stuck into the programming that is up. Alright, but the vintage is failing. Alright? They always saying, it's not enough jobs out here and all these different things. Alright?
This is verse 11. Tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled ye careless. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins.
Yeah. So, our people gonna be stripped and made bare. But we gonna mainly see it. That when anything happened to a woman, though, just to bring a perspective, that's when you know shit real. When a woman got her cycle blood on her and all this, and looking crusty and dusty, like damn. It made me think about Bill Samaria, I think, Bonnie. They had that family, and leaves. She right had leaves all in her head. Yeah, yeah, that was the king, man. You know, so he couldn't even help. You know, it's like, you know. So imagine in that day, man. So the women be through, man. You know, you don't see a man that's through all the time. You don't think nothing. They be like, oh, he just homeless. Yeah. But say it be a group of women, like, what the hell? Fine women, yeah, fine women. Be like, what the hell? You ain't find no man to do for you. They're all fucked up, clothes all that. So that's another thing that do tell you a lot about a king. If the women fucked up, you know that place fucked up. Yeah. But the thing about it, in the hood, in the ghettos, women looking all ratchet. You know, they skin all fucked up, breaking out and shit. You know, teeth all fucked up, hair all fucked up, got a bonnet on, teeth half hanging out their shirt. You like, damn, what the fuck? You don't even want to run up in that tight one. You think you gonna catch something. You know?
Isaiah 3 and 16 on down goes into the Lord taking all of that away. All the comforts, what did it say, the changes, apparel. Yeah. These bitches can get all these different shit for cheap. You know, $7 fucking Temu dresses and Sheen dresses. And Forever 21 and shit. Hey, but Forever 21 went out of business, I think. You know? Or they closed a lot of stores. You know, so they don't know your it says the anklets, the bracelets, the bonnets, you know, all of that make a woman, you know, feel pretty and all that. The Lord about to take all of that away, man. And then you get reduced down to what? The shitty ass spirit that you really are, man. You know? Because with us, man, we ain't all into our appearance like that. You know, we keep up with ourselves and stuff, but you know, we go based on, you know, hey, our faith and what's on the inside, man. You know, our spirit. These women are very shallow, you know, and carnal, and everything is about their appearance. So the Lord gonna hit them right where it hurts, and then what? They're gonna be reduced to the once again the evil spirits that they really are, man. These women, hey, I'm glad the internet was out for a while, and it allowed these women to say what's really on their fucking mind. They don't like men. They don't like men. They look down on us, you know. So why would a man come out and help you in that day, man? You know, they're already reaching out now. You know, because like you said, they getting their food stamps and shit cut, you know, and they saying what? Oh, go, you know, I saw a video, this chick was like, oh, you know, to the men that you might not have gotten women, you know, women reject you, now's the time to go and ask to pay for our groceries. Why the fuck would you do that? Wow. Why would you do that?
Who said that?
So it was some Eve, bro. I'm talking about, so yeah, now's the time for you to go and slide on these women and offer to pay for that. No! And men are shutting the door on these women, man. Men are like, fuck that. If they're not leaving the country and getting, you know, another woman from another country, they're like, cool, I'm cool on these women.
You were created to serve a man. This society, that's why it's beautiful that this place is going down, man. Because Isaiah's going to set the tone for order. You were created to serve us. They gonna serve us, man. We, like we were saying earlier on the ride down here, you know, these women, they think it's supposed to be all about them. You know, that's why they got that worldly slogan, happy wife, happy life. You know, it ain't all about you, man. It's all about the Israelite man. Because the scriptures say the Israelite man is the image and glory of the Most High. The woman is the glory of the man. So the Lord about to put things back in order through judgment, man. Because as long as these bitches can put a third shot picture and get 1 million likes, they not gonna never get in order, man. Get 1.1 million followers just because she show her ass in every picture, every video. You know, the Lord about to shut this shit down.
Like I mentioned, like I said on the ride down here, AI is taking over these chicks' jobs too, man. AI taking over everybody's job, first of all, but now they pushing because they can make people, you know, this AI version of people look so good. They're gonna have AI corn. You know, and like I was listening to the dude.
Hey,
you can type
videos
that shit.
I was sending to them short group bitches.
Yeah,
that was, remember? That was AI. You seen them?
Yeah, man, I ain't
that
seen
shit
them.
look real though.
They said you can put that shit in the prompt and you can have her exactly how you like her. Thick, she can be white, she can be black, she can be redhead, she can have black hair. And guess what? You women, hey, you women that have spent the last 5 years building up your OnlyFans, hey, they about to you getting priced out.
Yeah, for these guys, they can pay they can pay $5 a month and create their own avatar, like what you were saying. You know, you pick they like on the Sims, like on Cyberpunk, like on the game where you create your character. You know, male, female. Because on Cyberpunk 2077, you can actually do that. You can give a bitch big titties, like you can fully customize. So that's what they doing with the AI corn, man.
You know, that's gonna lead to the robot wife. Now they had long hair, they niggas, they'll get a robot wife, man. With a fake ass silicone BBL.
They're gonna be cool with it, cause hey, he saw technology, and especially if you get them devices in you know, on that movie Ready Player One, he had the sensors, he could feel when the chick was touching him. Hey, he's talking, it ain't nothing for him to come up with some shit where it's like synthetic pleasure. You know, you already got guys using pocket pops. You know, inflatable wipes. I used to work with a guy. He was like, yeah, this corn star. He was like, yeah, it's the shape of her, you know, using that shit. So these guys, bro, it ain't gonna be nothing for them to get an AI wipe. This bitch cook, clean. This bitch don't never say no. You can program the bitch to call you my lord. Hey, like on Siri, you can have Siri call you whatever the fuck you want her to call you. You know, that's what they gonna do.
Hey, what's crazy? DDG, I saw a clip. DDG was talking to the AI on the thing, and you know, he basically told her to call him. And they basically, you know, they already put it in and screwed it out. You know, having AI woman, an AI wife. So hey, that's why, man. Lord short the days for the elect sake, man. Because, man, the elect don't want to see no shit like this. We don't want to see Jay come on TikTok with the robot wife and got him looking like a famous actress or some shit. Like, that shit's bugged out as all hell, man. And that ultimately is, you know, I'm going to just say it, man. That's weak as hell. Not only is that a form of spiritual adultery, so everybody got a robot wife, but it look like this specific one. That shit, what the fuck? You know, Jake already on that type time. He want to smash a woman, and they homeboy already fucked up in the head on that. They'll just get more divisive and wicked. But yeah, let's see that
Verse 12. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine.
Yeah, so they want that fruitful vine. The vine not fruitful. You know when you pick fruits, say like grapes. You know, you say you got all the grapes off, there ain't nothing left to pick. So they want them fruitful vines back. All right, they want this place to be back in the abundance. Like, man, we put down that Blitz woman came up talking about she wanted to go back to 2019. Like, nah, man, because I ain't gonna lie. When that pandemic happened, it shut down a lot of black-owned businesses and clubs that Jake go to. Like in Malden, bro. You go through there where they had it was a black-owned sports bar, and this other place next to like a club. That shit boarded up. So like Club La Roca, that shit boarded up, man.
Not La Roca.
Yeah, so they closing all these Jake spots down, man.
What's the other Aquarius?
Yeah, so what they say, be crying for wine in the streets, man. They won't that. Them good old days. I said they're gonna commit for the teeth not teeth, man. Teeth not giving that milk. Alright? They been sucking on the breast of Babylon, getting full on Babylon's philosophies. And now it's not giving no more. So no, they don't know what to do. Alright? You know? That's what time that's the time that we in, man. Alright, it's over with, man. It's not going back to normal. Alright? See, right now, what we got fall from Greenville, you know, which I remember some years back, man, this bitch was packed out, man. You know, you couldn't even walk through this bitch. But now, you know, they still got a little crowd, but it ain't like it was. It used to be. Hey, these holidays ain't hitting no more. None of this, man. I remember one time, hey, Halloween, you know, that used to be a big thing in certain areas. You know, certain areas they still do it big, to an extent, but as a whole, man, you know, hey, a lot of them don't even be out long, but they go, they be probably back in
Hey, because Xmas gonna be dead this year. Because, hey, Trump didn't slap the 100% tariffs on top of the tariffs already on China, man. War is inevitable. And now they trying to say that BB called Putin and BB was like, man, you know, we don't want war with Iran no more, you know, tell Iran. Capping. Don't nobody believe that nigga, man. He gotta keep the war going. You know? Hey, man, we in beautiful times, man. We in the season of victory. You can hold second verse 8. What you got, bro?
Isaiah 24.
Oh, I was going to ask you that on Jones document. Before we get there, before we get there, let's grab this spot. Yeah, this place is done. Hey, you ain't going to be able to celebrate Xmas because you ain't going to be able to afford it. Motherfuckers, you know, women still going to try. Go to Dollar Tree, go to Dollar General, get a few shit, get a pair of socks, you know. But hey, the Lord is tearing this place down, man. You know. Hey, Lord willing, we in a full economic crash by the end of this year, because you even got people commenting on with Trump putting 100% tariffs on China. You got people commenting like he's purposely crashing the economy. You know. The market went down.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it's always on a Friday. They always do this shit on a Friday, man. You know? So we gonna see what happens, man. But hey, we over 30 countries is pushing the digital ID. So hey, we in that transition, man.
All right, this second Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
And we in the latter time. And these people are more proud than ever, man. Super proud. Hey, but what the scripture say? You can hold Isaiah the 2nd chapter. Cause these people, man, pride it's crazy, man. And you know, like the scripture say, why is earth and ashes proud? You know? Hey, the Lord called us a worm, man. And a worm is defenseless. You know? But the Lord, he gonna get rid of all that pride through miseries, man. Some of the miseries the Lord gonna bring, he gonna bring famine. Okay, he gonna take away your job. He gonna take away, like, you got women crying. This one chick on that video, she was like, her dream car, right? She said she went to get an oil change, and when she left, she said an hour after she left, the engine blew, you know? And you had another woman talking about she's in her 30s, living with her mom, and how she's pregnant and pretty much just screwed, man. You know? Living with her mom, and a lot of women do that. Get pregnant by ain't shit nigga and be relying on their parents. This nigga can't even take care of you, but you pregnant by this nigga. You know? But hey, man, the Lord about to bring no miseries, man. And see, you can't be proud when your stomach touching your back. You can't be proud when you can't even afford makeup, man. You know? You can't be proud when you ain't got the umbrellas on, you ain't got the perfume on, you ain't got the nails done. You know? Hey, the Lord, he about to shut this place down, man. You people think it's a game, man. You got it though, bro. Yeah, Isaiah.
You want me to start at
2 and 10.
Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 11.
Start at verse 10.
Verse 10. It's Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 10. Enter into the rock and hide thee in the dust for the fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty.
Yeah, man, because, hey, the Lord, he about to, it's going to come a time we ain't going to be talking no more, man. The Lord just going to put that action. And you think that bitch, like that dark bitch, the bro mentioned, talking about she missed 2019, shit, you people, hey, you gonna miss the time we in now,
Right.
You know? What the Lord about to do. Hey, because the time of talking about to be up, man. The Lord, he sent his prophets to, you know, blow the trumpet, get a message. And then after a certain period of time, the Lord pulled his prophets and he just bring judgment, man. And that's the time we coming into, a time of judgment. All right, ain't gonna be no partying, ain't gonna be no turning up. And right now, you know, motherfuckers turning up. Hey, they better, cause hey, we at the end of this shit, man. This is it. Hey, guess what? The roles gonna be reversed. We gonna rejoice. We gonna distraught, all depressed and sad, you know, you know, and they're gonna be gravitating to brothers. You know, how you eating? How you not affected? What you gotta do?
Yep. Verse 11, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down.
And that applies to women as well, man. Because men are proud. Like I did a few jobs for this devil. Man, he's super proud, man. I claim his ass. You know, you can't tell him nothing. You know, he think he know every damn thing, always interrupting when you speaking and shit. You know. But that applies to women too, because these women are so proud, more proud than ever, man. You know? Living life on easy mode. And the Lord about to crash that. You know, because, hey, right now, you can walk around with your ass out because you got law enforcement, you got security, you got 911, you got simps. But in that day, ain't going to be no law enforcement running to the aid of a woman, man. You're going to be on your own. Even these military soldiers, they going to be raping women. You know, you ain't going to be safe with them either. You know? You got to go.
Yep. Verse 11 again, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
The Lord alone shall be exalted. How are you going to exalt his name for his servants, the prophets? Because that's how the Lord is going to make his men more precious than fine gold. Because it's going to be pestilence, it's going to be teeth of wild beasts, you know, all kind of death out here, but the men of the Lord are going to be unaffected by it, man. The Lord is going to have divine protection around his men. So that's how the Lord will be exalted, because people, the first thing people gonna ask is, how are you not affected by what's going on, man? The Lord willing, we those men, hey, we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shai, man. For the word we call God and Jesus Christ. Because you gonna have people calling Jesus, they're gonna get put to death, man. You know, calling on Allah, all these other false idols. And it ain't gonna do nothing but bring death on them, man. You gotta go.
Verse 12, for the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low.
Yeah, the Lord about to bring you people low, man. But once again, you can't be proud when you ain't got Uber Eats, you ain't got DoorDash, you can't run and get the 4 for 4 no more. You know, you can't go to the grocery store. You know, hey, Dollar Tree ain't nothing $1 no more. That shit gonna turn to $5 below Dollar Tree, and $5 below gonna turn to 20 and up. You know, hey man, the Lord, he about to show out, man. He about to show out, man. We will be out here speaking, man. You people gonna wish the prophets were still speaking. You gonna want your ass answers, man, because yo went to shout. You should have listened, man. You know, because you gonna have guys that consistently walk by the truth, trying to get answers, man. It's gonna be too late. You know, you gotta go. We go to Isaiah 24.
This is Isaiah chapter 24. In verse 5, it says, the earth also is defiled. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Yeah, Esau did this, man. You can't blame a nigga for everything. You can't just keep blaming Jake. That's all they do, man. You got Elon Musk, every down other post, he blaming Jake for some shit. Stirring up racial tension. You know? You can't blame a nigga ain't causing World War III. You know? A nigga ain't crashing the economy. You know? But if Esau could, he'll blame a nigga. Yeah, it's the niggas. You know? These niggas, their fault. You know? Now that you Edomites feeling your spirit, you going down, now you want to blame the tribe for everything. You know? Now you want to release your frustration when you should be mad at the government. Really, you should be mad at the elites. Because the elites, they hid the blessing from them. They been living it up. They got trillions of dollars, man. You know? They don't give a damn about their own, man. Hey, they call their own going. Like, damn, y'all the same people. That's how Esau get down. Hey, they divided, man. That's why Yahushua said they keep them won't stand.
I'm gonna say like the scripture say, he that is evil unto himself, to whom shall he do good? You know, so Jake sitting here trying to think Esau gonna show him some sympathy. He don't even show his own sympathy, man. Like you said, he called the American Edomites over here. He called them Esau. Nigga, you Esau. like Elder Malcolm would be saying Esau, they be saying Esau.
Yeah.
You know, nigga, you Esau too, nigga.
Yeah.
Call them Goyim.
Yeah, call their own people Goyim.
And then in that long video I had sent in TikTok, where it was like an old rabbi and some priest or some shit.
Yeah.
And they was saying, he was like, we know that you call us Goyim and stuff like that. And he was like, they were going into like child sacrifice and shit like that. And they say they take the remains and they grind that shit up in the burger patties and sausage patties and feed it to the American people. He said that shit, man.
Yep, they do.
He said sausage patties for breakfast and burgers for lunch. McDonald's is one of the biggest companies, restaurants on the earth, man.
Yep.
Best believe, he said y'all been eating y'all own for decades, man.
Yep.
That's horrible.
And don't, man, they getting exposed, man.
Shit.
In the damn Talmud, it say Adam slept with every other beast before he slept with I'll take it. Y'all can have it. Got name, what's her name? Hey, but yeah, in the Talmud, it say Adam slept with every other beast before he slept with Eve. Then it say if you sleep with a child, you ain't did nothing wrong. Y'all not the people, man. You had that fucking small little hat, tiny top, talking about that's the new thing, Elder Malcolm.
Tiny top.
Elder Malcolm and them be saying that. I ain't make that up.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. The elders and apostles came with so much talking points speech to the regular people. I even heard because the elders and apostles first time I heard called them small heads. And they got small or YouTube creators called them small heads.
Yeah, because they watch.
Hey, the men of the Lord are the true trends.
The men of the Lord are the reason why the red pill niggas blew up. Because they stole the men of the Lord talking points. And then they talk and look down on the men of the Lord like that nigga cool. The Lord gonna kill that nigga. That nigga got exposed. He be getting on guys for being stepdads. And he got exposed for being with an Edomite woman. She got like 4 kids. You know? He the stuff.
The Lord gonna kill that nigga Coach Bear Gaddles. I was watching him today and had to turn that shit off. That nigga keep talking about, because he's so emboldened. You making some brand and shit like that. But he talking about some, oh yeah, y'all niggas think y'all Sky Daddy gonna come save y'all. Ooh. He said it took y'all 350 years or something like that. If he ain't saved you now, basically he's not gonna save you. The Lord gonna kill you.
But then that nigga be quoting Isaiah 4. He throwing shots, talking shit like, nigga, you ain't even be who you are if it wasn't for the men of the Lord. Still in the men of the Lord talking points. The Lord gonna kill you niggas, man. Now these niggas trying to turn into prophets. Like you got Myron and they posting, you know, what's going on, talking about World War III and, you know, talking about, you know, quoting the scriptures here and there. Like they keep talking about these bitches. You know, keep talking about these skeet buckets and leave the prophecies alone. But yeah, the Elder Malcolm, because his brothers are saying they didn't call on to the small age. Because like you said, brothers like that in the woods. So now the new thing is tiny top. You know, or Malcolm would be like J-ish. The J-ish. Hey, Elder Malcolm, I love his videos, man. He be going in. But the point I was saying, damn, I forgot the point I was about to say. But pretty much, man, you tiny tops, y'all exposed, man.
I like that.
The big nose, the hook nose people.
The apostles and stuff was calling them, you know, back when they was being more rough with their speech, was calling them rats. And now you got regular people that call them rats. Like when they popped up out the damn little hole, like a rat.
They made sure they scrubbed that out. They made sure they pushed that off the mainstream. You know?
They found whole tunnel systems under y'all fucking synagogues.
They found a mattress down there. Like, what the fuck is y'all doing?
And high chairs and shit. Y'all got man. They saying these synagogues connected to the schools type of shit. They would say Diddy was on some shit like that. But nah, man, you Tiny Talks was on it, man.
Yeah, you see the video I sent the chat, man? And them two Tiny Talks. And that guy, he was an Arab or something. He said, where you from? Where from? he said, shut up! No speak, shut! And then it showed him running around the bed. He was chasing him. Bro, I was dying on that shit, bro. That shit had me rolling. He said, shut up! No speak! Freak! You know, I was gonna say it on video, but man, that shit was hilarious, man. That shit was hilarious, man. And them type of Tiny Talks, y'all, they be ugly as hell, man. They be looking like rats. You know? What you got about it?
Verse 5, it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Yeah, they'll say, they make you swear on the Bible when you go to court. They make you swear on the Bible, but they break every law in the Bible. You know? So this is Esau's fault, man. Can't keep blaming a nigga, man. You know in the scriptures say, time has come that thou shouldest destroy him which destroys the earth. That's you, man. The only people that fit that is Esau, man. You know, they got trash floating on the ocean. They say it's the size of Paris, bro. Just trash, just dumping oil, dumping trash in the ocean. Then this nigga will say, global warming. We gotta control your carbon tax because you breathing too much. That's what the problem is. Hey, that's a part of Esau coming with that great rap, man. He gonna put fear hell on you people, and you people gonna look at it as the savior at first. Yeah, you take that device, you can get your life back, you get your bank account back. But what they ain't telling you is that when you take it, they roll. And it makes sense they gonna do the digital ID first, because once they get everybody on this digital shit, then they can say, okay, well, people is hacking digital accounts. You can lose your phone. You can lose your, Apple Watch, whatever you're using. Now we just gotta put it in you. We've been doing it in dogs and cats for years, and it's been safe. So let's just go ahead and put it in you. And then once they put it in you, hey, if you rebel, hey, they can shut it off, like Aaron Russo said. Or if you refuse to take it, they can shut your digital ID down. You know? The trial's taking over, man. That's an Ephraimite, and then they got Bad Bunny supposed to be, if we even get there. You know? The trials, hey man, we ain't cool. What you got to go? I used to listen to that a lot. I like this.
Verse 6, it says, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are dead. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Verse 7, the new wine mourneth, divine languishing. All the merry-hearted do sigh.
Yeah, all the merry-hearted do sigh. Because right now, people, they get their last turn up in. Go ahead and get it out. Get that last turn, that last two-step. Because real soon, hey, like I said, what it say? Shall turn into, what it say? Joyce, what it say? Towards the end. Something about, the merry-hearted do sigh.
All the merry-hearted sigh.
Yeah, so real soon, man, hey, all that joy hey, Yahweh Shah said it. He said, woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall cry later, man. Like, Drake he got this song, what, is it?
Laugh now, cry later.
Yeah, laugh now, cry later. Hey, that's straight out of the scriptures. What I said, woe you that laugh now, for ye shall cry later. For ye shall mourn and weep. You got it, bro.
It says, verse 8, the mirth of tabrets ceases, the noise of them that rejoice ended, the joy of the heart ceases. And this music, that represents the joy of the heart. Enjoying the music and shit like that, like it says in Ecclesiastes, all the daughters of the music shall be brought low. That links in with that. Yeah, they gotta play they gotta play the throwbacks. They gotta play the you go to a spot now, like now, 2000s, the music in the 2000s, that's throwback now. When we were growing up and shit, T-Pain and shit. the new music ain't hit like that, especially not rap music.
Yeah.
You know, like last week when you hear the damn rap, the rap, it ain't nothing but lick me, suck me, suck this, put like, like.
That's all it is, degeneracy. You know? So a lot of artists, they remixing old songs.
Yeah, that's all.
You know, they're saying, even I saw DJ Academics even say that a lot of these labels, they ain't really investing in new artists anymore. Because they gotta spend all this money and it take like 3-4 years to really get them moving. So it ain't really no new artists like that. You know? Even with these video games, everything is a remake. They can't think of nothing new. Like I played the Black Ops 7 beta, and the Zombies map was a remake of a Black Ops 2 map. You know? Everything is a remake, a remaster. You know, these movies, everything. This place is done. They can't think of nothing new. You know? So Babylon has reached its course there. Now it's on its way out. It's on its last leg.
I ain't gonna lie though. I can see them putting GTA 6 and having that shit with the metaverse.
Yeah.
And getting people into that shit. Like, because if they lock everything back down and shit, but you got this whole little world where you can be a degenerate, you can do whatever, you know. I can see that, man.
And they saying it's gonna have its own social media in the
they
game.
linked it with AI. I forgot about it.
So people really gonna be plugged into that, living a life in there and having a social platform on there. You know,
You can probably have careers on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You can be a boss, you can own a sports team, or be an athlete, or you know, be a rapper. You got a rap career in the metaverse.
people gonna love that because they pay you would get the UBI. Well, as Elon called it, the UHI, Universal High Income. You know, so you get paid to stay home, play GTA 6. You ain't gotta work no more. You ain't gotta worry about getting rejected because you can have a robo wife. Yeah, you can live life. We got robots bringing you 3D printed food, lab grown pizza. You know, so like what Klaus Schwab said, you will own nothing, you will be happy. They'll put you in a down studio apartment. Everybody piled on top of each other. Studio apartment, GTA 6, Universal High Income. You know, hey, you people gonna love it, man. You going to the grocery store, it's like, you went to the grocery store, you ain't gotta wait in line. You just grab it, walk out, deduct it from your device.
Now, I just got to say, I saw an article. They said GTA 6 might be Rockstar's last game. So if they can come out with an article like that, that means they about to put something heavy with that game. You know, they already they said they integrated AI into the game. So, man, they about to do something major.
Yeah, they gonna do something big. And they might delay that shit.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to come out by the end of this year. It got delayed to like March next year. They might delay that shit again.
It was supposed to come out supposedly next year.
Yeah, it got delayed to March, I think. You know? And they're talking about that you most likely gonna verify your identity when you buy it. It talks about that it might cost $100. Yeah. It talks about that. So, hey, but that'll just be a distraction, man. We might be in full war. You know,
Back in Isaiah chapter 24, in verse 9, they shall not drink wine with the song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
yeah. So you people, you ain't gonna have no, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, no escape, no ease. You can read it.
Yep. It says they shall not drink wine with the song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Yeah, because you gonna have no comfort. You know, you ain't gonna be able to. Which wine and liquor will be a high commodity because people will somewhat have an escape. But even with that, like, you still gonna have to deal with the reality that all hell to them. You know, this is gonna be like Mad Max out here, man. You know, it's gonna be able to pretty much have good hygiene. So that's why a lot of you just gonna take that device, man. That device is gonna be salvation for a lot of you people. You gotta go.
Verse 10, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in.
Yeah, and this is the city of confusion, man. Babylon means confusion. And the Lord is breaking this place down. It says every house is shut up that no man may come in. Hey, all these buildings down here, man, real soon, hey, it's gonna be busted glass and barricaded, man. You know? You gotta
Verse 11, there's a cry for wine in the streets.
yeah.
All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
Yeah, the mirth of the land is gone, man. The Lord about to take away the mirth, man. Ain't gonna be no more going to the club, you know, going to the bar, you know, turning up. Ain't gonna be no more of that, man. The Lord gonna take away all the mirth. He gonna take away your food, man. You know, ain't gonna be no more going out for drinks, going on vacation, you know, traveling. The Lord about to bring nothing but pure hell on these people, man. And we gonna love it. You know, Lord, when we elect, man, we gonna laugh at you people. And death and famine, thou shalt laugh.
Verse 12, in the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction.
Yeah, so the Lord, he's about to tear this place down, man. This is through, man. You still got people thinking that this place is gonna go on forever. Thinking ain't nothing going on. These people got no idea what's going on, man. They don't even know what a tariff is. You tell them, did you know Trump just put a 100% more tariffs on China? I won't be surprised if a lot of these people don't even know what China is. You know, hey, Americans are dumb. That's why scammers, you got some Nigerian motherfuckers, some motherfucking Tanzania calling over here scamming people, man. You know? But yeah, man, hey, this place is done, man. We can see it full circle. Alright, ain't no healing for this place. Grab that Jeremiah. Wait, you had something else?
I had Proverbs. What do you want to grab?
Jeremiah 50. We get your Proverbs. I can get
Alright, this Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to its heart.
Yeah, it's better to be in the house of mourning, man, than the house of feasting. Because what did the Lord tell the angel? He said, set a mark upon the men that sigh and cry. Which means what? Those men are in the house of mourning, man. If you sighing and crying, if you vex a lot, vex with the 50 conversation of the wicked, you in the house of mourning, man. Yeah, we got times where we might, you know, do something, have a little fun, but at the end of the day, our reality is we in hell, man. And we gotta get out of here. You know?
Great throwback.
Yup. This place done. This place done, man. You know?
Alright, verse 3. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. Alright, Alright, verse 8. He says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, man. And we're in the end of our captivity, man. We're in the beginning of Deuteronomy 30 and 7. The Lord gonna put these curses on our enemies, man. And it's gonna be bad, man. Day one captivity for you heathens, man. Day one, man. Hey, you still got 1,000 years, you know, to just deal with it. You know? So we in the end of our captivity, man. And this is beautiful, man. You know? Whatever. We gotta get the Proverbs.
And see that music, like music is cool, because music kind of is like a time machine in itself. Like, for instance, Hotline Bling, when it came out 2016, it would make sense why they play it, because that's back when so-called life was still at kind of like top. Nostalgia, yeah. You know? Back in 90s music, like it resonates. All right, but we ain't going back to that, man. That's the irony of you know, hearing that, and then you got what? The men of the Lord out here saying that this shit about to come to an end, man.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear none of that shit, no.
They don't.
They ain't playing shit that came out this year.
Exactly.
Playing nothing but old shit. You know, this place is done, man. And like you said, you know, good point, nostalgia, man. People, oh yeah, the good days. I just miss the good days, the good old days.
Yeah.
You know, Edomites love soccer.
Yeah,
They love soccer.
Back when we was kids,
yeah, bro.
I remember when it came out. I was in elementary, man. I remember that like it was yesterday. At the bus stop with the people.
Yeah.
You know? I remember that.
That's a hit right now.
Yeah, to these people, yeah, that was just good days. You know, them days were so good. You didn't have to worry about nothing. Price of gas was cheap. Rent was cheap. Jobs was booming. You know, them days over, man. And they ain't coming back.
They're not coming
They
back,
ain't
man.
coming back. You know?
Hey, just like these sports, football and shit ain't the same.
That shit
man.
through. That shit through.
Basketball ain't the same.
That shit through.
Wrestling ain't how it used to be.
All this shit is just, it's all about money, man. This shit through.
It's everything, man. Americans running the course, man.
Yeah, it's over.
We ready for something. We ready to experience life,
Yeah.
living.
Yeah.
You know, this shit ain't it, man.
It's
Because these people, the reason why, and I understand why these people would turn up so on the weekend. They go through their whole week in school, and you know, in traffic for an hour. You at work, and then so your weekend is your only time to kind of decompress. And then you get what, 1 week out the year to relax and go on vacation.
Yeah, 1 week of
And
PTO.
motherfuckers do that shit for years.
And the statistic came out that like 40%, or might have been a little more, of Americans use their PTO just to sleep. Because people can't even afford to go on vacation. You know? Use your PTO just to chill in the house. You know? This place is done, man. You know, they can't think of nothing new. You know? What new movie like big is coming out? Ain't nothing big really coming out. You know, if it is, it's a remake. It's a sequel. Really, the only next big thing they can make is like a new Avengers. You know, but it's like this place is done. You know, it ain't. Hey, I remember, man. You had the year when all these video games coming out. Remember the Uncharted 2? You had all these good, you know, the year of gaming, and you know, you had God of War, you know, all these. Them days is done. Yeah, them days is done, man. You know, this place is done.
Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 20. Wisdom cries without. She utters her voice in the street.
Yeah, this is where you're gonna get the wisdom. This is where you're gonna get the truth. In the modern day Agora, man. This would be the modern day Agora, the marketplace, man. You know, in the ancient world, the marketplace is where you would have, you know, pretty much a lot going on, man. You know, shopping, you know, people speaking, you know, you can go there for entertainment, you know, everything was going on. But this is the modern day Agora. Like, you got restaurants, you got shopping areas, you got, you know, music playing, you know. Truth is out here in the streets. Yeah, in the open. So nobody got an excuse. Yeah. In front of your face, and you walk right by it. You know?
Hey, the Lord's so cold.
Yeah, the Lord cold with it. Nobody can say they didn't know, they wasn't warned, they wasn't told. Nobody, when they go to the spirit world, can justify why they didn't repent to the Lord. None of you Israelites can justify it in the spiritual courtroom. Because you heard this truth and you ran your mouth. You know, you got
Throwback.
nothing but throwbacks. You got Edomites, look, Edomites dancing. Hey, them Edomites do be turning up to Jake, man.
They love Jake.
They love Jake music, man.
Yeah.
You got it.
Verse 21. She cries in the chief place of concourse. In the openings.
And this is a cheap place of concourse. Look what they doing. You got Esau and his woman over there dancing. Esau too. His woman dancing to Jake music.
Yeah.
You know, fantasizing about Jake. Gotta just, you know, he gotta let his wife do what she wanna do. Which, you know how Esau is, he want to watch it anyway. You know? But you got it wrong.
It says, she cried in the chief place of concourse in the openings of the gate. In the city, she utters her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity?
Yeah, and this is simplicity, man. You know? See, Jake comfortable long as they can be simple. But the Lord about to crash all this, man. I know you don't want to hear it, but hey, it's reality, man. You know, people don't watch alternative news and keep up with what's going on. Like I said earlier, these people don't know what Trump just did. That 100% tariffs on China on top of already what's in effect. Man, people don't realize, man, we about to be, inflation about to turn to hyperinflation, man.
Hey, 80 to 90% of everything in damn near everybody's house came from China. Little plastic caps, little shit like that.
Yeah.
That shit coming from China. If it's not coming from China, it's coming from Indonesia. If not Indonesia, it's South Korea.
And Trump got these people fooled. He's saying, yeah, we putting tariffs on everybody because we want to manufacture everything in the United States. You know how long it would take to build up these factories and to train the people? They got these HP visas where they bring in Indians over here to do, tech support and stuff, man. You know? This place is done. You got it.
Yep. It says, and the scorners delight in their scornings, and fools hate knowledge.
Fools hate knowledge. Like we were just saying. Walk right by the truth. You know? Because don't nobody want to face reality. Everybody want to live in a fantasy social media world. You know? People don't want to live in reality, man. And the reality is about to smack these people in the face. You know, when you go to the grocery store and you can't afford shit ain't on the shelf, then people gonna realize, oh, what's going on? You see Trump mobilizing these troops in all these states. What the hell you think they doing, man? What the hell you think they doing? But these people don't even know that. They don't even know. You bro, I guarantee you, if I was to ask one of these people walking by, do you know what the National Guard is? They wouldn't even know what it is. You know?
Who controls the National Guard? Is the National Guard controlled by the governor or by the federal government?
They can't. That's too hard.
It says National Guard,
Yeah.
and that's what Trump is getting into it with these governors about, because the National Guard is ran by the state government.
Yeah.
Each state has their own National Guard.
Yeah.
Like the reason why Trump had to send the Texas National Guard to fucking Portland and to Chicago is because the Illinois governor shut it down.
Yeah.
Which means what? You're having conflict with state and federal government. Federal government is overstepping the state government.
The governor of California said he's suing Trump.
And none of you people understand that. Nobody cares to know. They don't want to
He's
know.
suing Trump. And see, and that's why he's talking about in the Insurrection Act, which these people don't even know what that is. You know, Trump is, and then like what he said earlier, he said using these dangerous cities as practice. He pretty much openly declaring war on the U.S. citizens, man. Yeah. They about to do away with the Constitution. Hey, you people ain't gonna see it until it's too late. You got it, bro. What you think this whole digital ID? These people don't even know what that is. You got it, bro.
Yep. Verse 23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you.
Yep.
Because I have called, and ye refuse. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have sought, and you have said it not all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
Yeah, because the Lord gets the last laugh. All right, you can laugh now, but you, like Yahweh Shah said, you're going to cry later. The Lord gets the last laugh. You got it, bro.
Verse 27, when your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me.
Yep. When it's too late, then people gonna want to seek the Lord. You know, when you can't afford groceries, when you see they taking away SNAP, they taking away Section 8. Hey, they about to take away all these government benefits, man, that people been living on. Which it wasn't meant for you to live on that anyway. It was meant to help you till you get on your feet. But you got people abusing, mainly women, abusing the system, man. So really, it's a good thing they taking it away. You know, but you gotta know.
It says, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer.
Yeah, the Lord ain't gonna hear you, man.
It says, they shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
Yeah, soon as all hell breaks loose, then they're going to want to seek the Lord. It's going to be too late for a lot of people, man, because they don't see what's coming. You know? That was it.
A couple more. Verse 29, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
Yep.
They were none of my counsel, and they despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Well, let me get next verse. Verse 32, it says, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of the fool shall destroy them. Yeah, everything that, the Lord said, he's about to allow you to be taken by your own devices, man. Whatever it is that you care so much about over the Lord is what's going to be where he takes away, and it's going to make you bug the fuck out. So whether it was a job, whether it was a house, whether it was a fucking woman, whether it was like I said, a relationship, your sports, all your comforts are about to be taken away from you, man. And then you're gonna want to get checked in with the Lord. Hey, what were those men talking about? What was that name they were calling upon? But guess what? Because of how everything is being set up now, like the brother was saying, we're not about to be out here too much longer, man. And we see it, but you people don't see it, man. With him putting forth the insurrection act, calling everybody terrorists, banning free speech, we won't be out here to openly tell you this truth much longer. But that means what? That the elect will be sealed, man. And it's time to move forward with the next phase of prophecy, which means what? Destruction, man. And judgment gonna come down as waters, man.
And if you speak against the J-ish people, you're a domestic terrorist. You're a domestic terrorist if you don't accept what the J-ish people is doing. And you still got people that don't think Trump is controlled, man. BB come over here, he running shit. He running shit, man.
I heard one of them guys, it might have been Scott, it might have been somebody else, but they was like, I can see if he come like once for 4 years, for the 4 years. He didn't be here 4 times already.
And every time he come, he get treated like royalty. You got Trump pushing the chariot for him, letting him speaking big of him, Hey, they said that when they war with Israel and Iran was going on, they said IDF troops was in the Pentagon calling shots, telling them what to do. And then Trump just sent 200 U.S. soldiers to Israel to help them with Gaza. So you know it's about to go down there. Just like the Bible says, Israel is dragging America into a third war. You got it, old Jeremiah.
It's Jeremiah chapter 51.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 6. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul.
We don't look at the hour, but it is a spirit he has. Hey, man, he knows what's going on. That's why he said, y'all speaking the truth.
Some of these Edomites know, man. Like these guys, like Dabble 7.
He a Jake, bro.
But like
he
guys,
a straight up fucking Jake.
but guys like him, like off-grid desert farming guy, because he's a fucking Edomite.
Yeah,
but guys like him, Israeli News Live and shit, they see some shit going on.
Yeah.
Even like Scott Ritter, he was like, if you hear Scott speaking how he talking about Trump, you would think he hates America. He said, no, I love America. I'm pro-American. I'm red, white, blue. But this guy's an idiot. He calling a spade a spade.
Yeah, and these doubles know. If you got doubles, like he could be a Jake, but I'm gonna just use him as an example. You got a lot of, because he had the boots, he had the camouflage. You got a lot of them type Edomites that they got guns, they go hunting and shit. They see what's going on, man. And really they just defeated, because it's like, what can they do? Like that Edomite that was talking about he got gold and he couldn't accept that Trump is control. I bet he see it now.
Yeah.
I hope we see him again. I bet he see it now. But he was just like, no, he was in denial.
gates of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance.
And this is the time of the Lord's vengeance, man. The Lord has a anger against this place, man. He's pissed off at this place, man. So what you think he about to do, man? He about to ease his anger. He about to catch some bites, man. You know, the scripture say the slain of the Lord shall be from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth, man. And ain't nobody gonna bury these bodies either. You got it, bro.
He will render unto her a recompense.
Yeah, the Lord gonna give this place his just due.
Just due.
You got it.
Verse 7, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah, the nations are mad because they see living like Babylon brings degeneracy, man. Hey, that's why China, they banned OnlyFans in their country. You know? Now they still heathens, they still wicked. They still adopt this, you know, Babylon ways, but you know, they see that, you know, living like America will bring a collapse to your society. You know, putting women in these high positions. You know, once the woman no longer respects the man, hey, the society's through. It's done. Because now you can't even have stable families. You can't even keep a family unit together. Because there's no respect between the woman and the man. So these other countries, they don't want that shit over there, man. They don't want they women looking down on them, talking to them like they ain't shit. No fear of the man. Because a woman's supposed to fear you. You know? You got it, bro.
Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Alpha takes
suddenly falling and destroyed. Because, hey, they playing all this old school. Fast forward to today. Hey, man, this thing happened suddenly. You know?
It says, how for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country.
Yeah, ain't no healing for this place. This place is done. This place is CTD, circling the drain. It's going down. It's going down, man. So, you know, we go ahead and end it there. Lord willing, this was an edifying and an exhorting count. With that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem HaKadosh.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Kwam Yasha'Allah.
Kwam Yasha'Allah.
Abba,
Wa Abba, Shalom.